Hello again, Light Family. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Yes, it's true. I just filmed the last video, but chances are you have not just watched it. But you might have. And in that case, yay! We'll call this the sequel. As I said before, we're doing the reading of this message from Sananda. And if you don't know who Sananda is, he is the eldest son of God who incarnated as characters such as Emilius, Adam, and Jesus, and a few others that you may or may not have known of. And this messaging came through just the way all the other ones did. When I finished the last intro, the overview of the different things we're going to be going through, they said we're ready to begin the real book now. And I was like, what? And I asked if Salome, my higher self, would be delivering the first chapter. He said no. And they said it would be Sananda. And Sananda has chosen the title to be Grace in the Pink Ray of Creation. I'm going to read fast as I can. And I'm not going to stop to explain things. I just want to get through it. You know, it pretty much speaks for itself. It stands alone. So, you know, you may want to watch it once or twice if you miss something. I am also going to, if it gets to be longer than 15 minutes or so, I'm going to break it up into two pieces. It's pretty long, and there's a lot of material in here, and Sananda has a lot to say. And I hope you have your steel toe shoes on, because toes are going to be hurting at the end of this message. Mine included. Grace is fulfilling the goodness of God to another. By offering grace, you present the Father with the most precious gift. Doing and thinking are not the same, for your intent is the thought, but your action is the doing. Where one leads to freedom from karma, the other leads nowhere. In your New Age philosophy, it is taught that thought is everything. If thought were everything, there would be no war or dis-ease among you. So far, what have your thoughts delivered to you? Only in action do you set the wheels of the universe in motion. Grave is the deception that no action be necessary to establish peace on earth. In my experiences as a man, I had to learn lessons the hard way. And I so wish to keep you from repeating my mistakes. I may be a son of God, but still I am learning just as are you. We are not to be worshipped in song, but rather in action. Worship is not bowing down as submission. It is the adherence to a style of life. So when I say worship us, I mean for you to live as though you are a son or daughter of God. You who have toiled under the hot sun and frigid winters are among God's favored. The history of man is full of pain and strife, and so we have returned to right the sinking ship. Do not look up for salvation. Look to your mirror, for by man has such pain been introduced that by man shall it be lifted. There will not be mother ships or descending throngs of angels to rescue you. There will, however, be he who is the Son of Man to guide the flocks to their rightful place in the house of God. Refuse or reject, but your salvation will be in your hands alone. Honor each other's uniqueness and unite in your commonalities. There is plenty of room for individual expression in the kingdom of my Father. The pink ray of creation is that of the love of God. This is not the love you currently know, but a love that binds the very fabric of creation. In my service as the Christ, the pink ray was my focal point of expression. Not since I walked among you has another been able to live in this chakra. It is the 12th chakra and is located above your head by about 3 feet. When we began to incarnate, this chakra was not present. When we first began to incarnate, this chakra was not present. It was not until the Arcturian intervention that man could even glimpse such an energy center. Of all the rays, pink is the strongest in power. Love like no other can mold universes from just a thought. To vibrate in this ray is to be as God himself. Shortly will man have the potential to live in this ray, as the shift of the ages approaches. In my first incarnation as Adam, I was fully aware of my place in the halls of heaven. It was not until I succumbed to lust for one that was unequally yoked that I placed a divide between God and man. You may wonder why we don't just make everything perfect, but the purpose of creation is to grow into perfection. This was and has always been the divine plan. So a division was then placed, and man would no longer remember his rightful place in God's house. Eve has suffered great for my mistake. She is my twin soul, formed from my yearning to have a mate. Her sorrow saddens me to this day. If I could simply snap my fingers and make it right, I still would not. For by grace are we saved, not of deeds. Eve has forgiven me, and so I forgive those who drive nails of hate into my hands and feet. For each time someone acts in wrath, they crucify me again and again. It was recorded in your Bible that I had not come to condemn, but to heal a broken world. By dividing the wheat from the chaff, I made visible the deception that had invaded the hearts of man. Be not quick to judge one who dwells in the chaff, for all are equally God's children. They have simply become lost in the darkness of night, and for every night there is a dawn. The sun will shine on everyone before we rest. My last incarnation before the current one was your Jesus. My name is really Yeshua ben Joseph. Jesus was the paganized version given by Constantine, who destroyed my words. He had no interest in establishing Christ consciousness on the world. His only aim was power over all the religions. I still answer to Jesus, though, as you cannot be blamed for the doings of another. There are many stories surrounding my time as Jesus. Some are true and others not. Using discernment, can you decide for yourself that which is true or lie? Alright, I'm going to pause there for this video, and realizing it may be maybe a 3-part video. So we're going to leave off with him not really elaborating on his time as Jesus. I'm not really going to say much. I'm just going to let his words do the talking. So with that, I love you all. Namaste.